I'm not quite sure, so I'm going to do a countdown. Then I'm going to go live and share my views. Three, two, one. This is Dennis Schleicher, and I have something that's been weighing on my heart. I need to share with all of you. First of all, I don't care whether or not you're conservative, liberal, conservative like myself, in the middle, purple. I just want you to know why I choose to be conservative, why I choose to support the Republican Party. And it's been something, I'm going to be 52 years old. The first president I voted for was President Bush when he was running against Clinton. And I got to say, I've always had conservative values, even though I am gay. But tonight, I want to share with you critics don't serve, they only judge and criticize. Don't be a hater, be a participator. That's one of my favorite quotes. But recently, and that's by myself actually, recently, in an unprecedented move, the Atlantic Journal of Constitution, the AJC, has published a scathing front page editorial demanding that President Joe Biden withdraw from the president race. The editorial follows Biden's widely criticized performance in Thursday night's debate. Now, I gotta share something with this. And it's not just this organization; it's Democratic parties all over the world are asking for him to step down. How can somebody of that caliber hold the nuclear keys to our planet, to our lives? The guy was like, huh, huh, like, I'm like sitting there going, oh my gosh, I will give him this credit. He made it through the whole debate. Or did he? I would love to know your thoughts and views. This is not normally something that I share politically on my page, but I just felt last night and today I had this strong burning. I've got to share why I choose to be conservative and why I support you if you choose not to. And I want to go over some of these thoughts and also make this interactive. If you have questions for me, please feel free to ask them. So the editorial follows Biden's widely criticized performance in Thursday night's debate, arguing that his withdrawal is essential, quote, for the good of the country, close quote, and to prevent a reinsurgent of former President Donald Trump. I gotta say, I know this country was run great under the hand of Donald Trump. Stocks were at an all time high. There were so many things that Biden said in the debate that just did not. It wasn't true. First of all, he couldn't even get the numbers straight. He would go, like, all of a sudden, he'd be going, "Oh, we got $3 million. Excuse me, billion. Oh, excuse me, trillion." Like, he just could not focus on what he wanted. I have a friend that says, I don't think I have a question. I just want to say hi and that I love your channel. Glad you're here helping spread the truth. Thank you. Again, I don't usually talk politics. I tried doing a channel 2 years ago. My good friend Jill, funny story, she had me over for dinner. I was doing a devotional in her ward and she took down her Trump bumper sticker from her refrigerator and hid it because she thought I was a lefty loosey. I was a liberal. And I was like, oh my gosh. So she's the one that inspired me to start this playlist. And I haven't done anything with it because it flopped. It's called Conservative and Gay. And it just didn't take off. So I kind of left politics alone. And then when I built YouTube, I started saying, I'm not going to bring my political views in this, but I want you to know I love you no matter what. And I think that's what our Savior Jesus would do, is he would just love and accept us. The shade of retirement is now necessary for President Biden, close quote, the AGC announced. The editorial board declared, emphasizing their beliefs that Biden continued um, threatens our national future and stability. I don't think anybody can argue that. But what scares me is our vice president. Oh, don't even get me going. I saw her on an interview on CNN briefly, and she's all fussing with her hair before she's going on, and she's going like this and making sure it looks good. And you know what? We don't care what your hair looks like. Just state the point. And her point was just as scary as bin Laden, excuse me, Biden, excuse me, bin Laden, Biden, um, is that, you know, it just, she's lying. She knows. She knows. I encourage you to watch this from the beginning if you're just tuning in. This bold call for his resignation resonates deeply with many Americans, including those with diverse and sometimes conflicting personal identities and political views. I, Dennis Schleicher, a gay man who is also a devout member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints and a devout supporter of the Republican National Party, I felt compelled to share my reactions to the debate. I can't, and I quoted this with something I shared with a friend. I can't take it anymore. President Joe Biden needs to step down, close quote, myself. I stated emphatically that he needs to step down. He needs to walk away. And our friend says bin Laden makes sense. Yeah, it does. It really does. Now, yes, I've always been conservative. Yes, I am Christian and a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints, and I am gay, and I support the Republican Party. I continued and will continue to stand by them. This statement underscores the multifaceted natures of the political and personal identities in today's America. Despite many conservative values, I reach out to those with oppressing views, saying, quote, if you are what I refer to as, I'm sorry, a lefty loosey, it's a joke, I will love you no matter what. I say we don't need to judge. I won't judge you and you don't need to judge me for who I vote for. Close quote. The AJC's editorial and public reactions is and has sparked, highlighted, and critical moments in American politics as the nation faces an unprecedented challenges. The call for Biden to step down reflects the growing anxiety about leaders and the direction of the country. This statement echoed by individuals of the many of the liberal parties. And I think Biden needs to step down. I think Vice President needs to step down. We need conservative values. We need family values. If you, I scares me, but there's a documentary that I love. It's called What's a Woman? If you can't identify what a woman is, which this guy went around all of the US asking doctors, lawyers, Harvard graduates, professors, what's a woman? They couldn't identify. They couldn't say. It took for him to go to Africa for them to go, what? There's an issue with that? Like, it's just people. And, there was somebody that was nominated to the Supreme Court about a year and a half ago, Condoleezza Rice. She couldn't say what a woman was. Pretty sad. And that goes to, why I believe strongly in my conservative values. Because, drag queens are ruining our children. Parents are ruining their children. People don't know what a mom is these days. My mom stayed home and took care of us. Now, I emphasize with those who are single mothers who have to work, I get it. You could still be a great mom. but still demonstrate family values, the importance of putting phones down at dinner tables. I don't see that with this guy who we have to call president, who can't even stand there and is like, I mean, come on. Come on. Everybody is calling for him to step down. He needs to do it. And if his vice president can't support that, what does it say? Again, if you do believe in the liberal views, I believe in life, that abortion should not occur, where our vice president said women need to have the right to choose. No. You know what? They chose to get into that mess. They chose to have sex, whether outside of marriage, before marriage, whatever. Now, I know there's people going to say, well, what if you didn't choose to be raped? Well, that's an issue that you have to take up with God, and it's up to you. Just like a counsel a bishop in our church would give if a family had to choose, the bishop would help them come to the conclusion, not tell them what to do. It needs to be, you know, oh man. All right. When we think about this statement from the AGC, it echoes the importance of if they can't get behind them, and this is why I love this quote by myself: critics don't serve, they only judge and criticize. Don't be a hater, be a participator. And by supporting President bin Laden, I mean Biden, whatever, decision to step down, hey, I give him credit. He made it through the whole thing. I didn't think he was. So I say kudos to him. I can't stress the importance of when I first voted for Bush in 1991 or 2, I forget, when I was 18 years of age. I There was not this conflict that there is today. Yeah, people were shocked that I voted for Bush. They asked why. I said, I believe in family values. I believe in what his father has taught, what his mother believes in. I believe in the good conservative values, and I shared my testimony as to why I believe this. There wasn't an issue. Now you're faced with people arguing or jumping in your face or going, what do you believe in what? You know what? Just love. Because we need more love in this world. Remember, critics don't serve, they only judge and criticize. Don't be a hater, be a participator. Our friend also says abortion cases that are caused by rape or incest are only about 1%. Most just don't want the consequences. Yeah, it's true. But according to our current president, who I don't see as fit, I didn't see he was fit to run 4 years ago when everyone voted for him. That's a whole nother story. Don't get me going. It's pretty sad that there's so much divide. We just need, again, more love in this world. And that's what I challenge you to do, is to go inside, go inward. And I see some neighborly dogs are communicating as the sun is setting here in Utah. It's my last week in Utah. I leave on Wednesday. I head back to Connecticut. Been here a lot longer than I expected. But I want to thank you for joining me tonight and allowing me to break out of my box and share my political views without judgment, because we just, again, need more love in this world. Please hit the like button and let me know if you have any comments.